this car. Bob. There he is, hey. It's a pretty nice car. Here we are. That's a great way to start. We're here on Westmoreland Street, and we're going to do Remembering 1980s Port Richmond. When I was a kid, I lived in Port Richmond. Here, that is Kmart. I've made many videos inside when it was Kmart. I was there its last day. I was there the day they announced it was closing. So, matter of fact, one of them will pop up now. Ta-da! If you want to watch one of them. So here we go. We're going to do Westmoreland. This building here. I have a friend who lives in Ocean City, and he's like obsessed with those things. This was like a little bitty flea market at one time. They used to have like bike tires, and I think that's where we get bike tubes. Kmart was always sold out of bike tubes. I don't know why. And over here, that is Hong Kong Deli. This used to be Harry's Luncheonette, which is a old deli. And it was run by this old guy. His name was Harry. It's like a store. So that's what it looks like in there now. But it used to be like an old-time diner. An old-time diner that you would like sit at kind of like the Back to the Future diner. It was just like that. And you get like hamburgers, and he was only open till 5. This pizza place. I don't remember that being there when I was a kid. I don't know. Maybe there was something there, I think. I don't know if it was that name. I'm sorry. This used to be a bar, like a club. This was the back door to get in there, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. It happens. So I did this already, but I didn't really tell many stories about the 80s. So I was like, I gotta do this again and tell stories. So doing this the first time, I was shocked on how many mechanic garages, automobile places there are just on Westmoreland Street. It's kind of crazy. All right, so this is important. Now, the reason I'm doing these streets is because there's a Facebook page called Remembering Port Richmond, and there was a nice lady who requested that I do this block. God, I hope it's this block at Westmoreland. And I'm going to do both sides, don't worry. There's these garages over here. And all these houses are row homes, and that is the Belgrade Street Flea Market. Belgrade Street Flea Market, is that what it's called? I don't know what that's called, but that's what I always called it. All these houses. And it's about 7:45 Saturday night. Everything's closed. There's another garage. And this is that flea market. Here's cafe. And back there, that's A&W, the Frank Glavin Playground. But the seals are turned off at this moment. And Debbie's place is closed. I was actually going to get there and get a cup of water ice. But, you know, the Mercer Cafe, they're closed. Oh God, am I going to get arrested? Now, the most important place in the world on Westmoreland Street isn't Kmart. It's not even A&W, even though A&W is a very important place. Kicking a kickball home run in day camp at A&W, top 10 memory of all time. My kids being born actually beat that, but not by much. But one of the things I remember doing as a kid, there was one day I was hanging out with my friend, I think it was Pat, and Pat said, "Hey, did you know that when you have a party at your house, you can get all the beer cans and soda cans and take them to the recycling place and get a lot of money. Like a lot of money. And I said, nuh-uh. Yeah. So, we went around all the bars in the neighborhood. We filled up 2-3 trash bags full of stuff. Guy gets our bags, goes through it. This is a Yoo-hoo can. I can't take your bags. And I said, so we went through them all. We found like 4 Yoo-hoo cans. When you start collecting cans, you don't get the memo that Yoo-hoo isn't. You're 7, and then you get the 3 bags. 1, 2, 3. 3 bags of recycling, and I got $1.14. All right, so that's it. Westmoreland Street. Hip hip huzzah! This is that 50s mechanics place. It's pretty cool. All right, toodles.